Guys, welcome or welcome back. My name's Sophie and I run the small Etsy business Sophie in Somerset. I'm a traditional artist living in the southwest of England, and I turn my art into largely stationery based products such as prints, bookmarks and stickers. Now if you're new here, normally I put out 2 videos per month on my YouTube channel, one being a studio vlog and one being an art vlog of some sort, whether that's a travel vlog, a sketchbook tour or an art project that I'm working on. And my studio vlogs are normally filmed in over one day mostly. I have a 2-year-old little boy and I also work part-time in a school. So I do a lot of my art in the evenings and when my little boy's napping on my days off. But then once a month I have a Saturday, like a whole day in the studio, and that's generally when I film my studio vlogs. But it's going to be slightly different. This studio vlog, I think, is going to go over 2 of those Saturdays, with me going on holiday in the middle. You won't see that. It will look like just 2 days. They could be side by side for all you know, but full transparency, there's going to be a day in the studio, then I'm going on holiday, which I am going to vlog for you. I'm going up to the Lake District and we're going to go to Beatrix Potter's house. I'm going to hopefully do some really nice plein air bits and bobs, which I'm going to film for the channel. And then we're going to come back into the studio again because I have got quite a lot that I want to get done. I'm not all going to get it done in one day. And I also need to order a few bits, so it gives me a chance to get those in. Also, the last studio vlog that I filmed was my Eharts Market studio vlog. I did purchase from a couple of small businesses and I really want to unbox them with you and share with you their amazing art, but they haven't arrived yet. So I'm hoping by the time I do my day 2 of filming that they'll be here so we can unbox them together. So that's the plan of attack. What do we need to get done? Well, in front of me here, I have got my sketchbook and I have been starting to paint some new versions of my hummingbirds. So on my shop, I currently have I got it here? Yes, I have got this little print of a hummingbird. It is sold as a double-sided print. I have now also released it as just a normal art print, printed on matte textured watercolor paper. But this is how it started. This was the first variation of this hummingbird and it's been really, really popular. I've since also put it onto a couple of stickers in my shop. But my art style is changing and I've been documenting this on this channel in the studio vlogs. So if you're interested in seeing how it's been evolving, go back and have a look. But my last bird illustration was this one. We did it together in a paint with me. So this was an acrylic base gone over the top with coloured pencils. And you can see I'm going a lot more realistic with my art. It's not ultra realistic, it's still got an illustration element to it, but you can see it's really evolving. I'm changing direction with my art. And I wanted to reflect this in a new hummingbird, not necessarily getting rid of this one because it's one of my classic images and like I said, it's quite popular, but seeing if I can do a more realistic version. So I've done a couple of, so I tried with watercolor and also with acrylic just to see which I preferred. So in my sketchbook here, it's this is like the first layer. So please don't judge. With a lot of art, just specifically with traditional art, it looks really rubbish before it gets better a lot of the time. So these are my bases. So this is using acrylics. This is with watercolor. So I've kind of got the shapes and the base color down. I want to go over with color pencils, maybe mix in some neo colors as well to see if either of those would potentially make a good art print. I might have to start again, I don't know. So I wanted to get that done. Also, I am going to be taking some of my products to Big Church Festival. Again, if you're new here, I'm a Christian artist. And on my Etsy store, as well as selling stationery-based products, I also sell digital downloads for churches and kind of youth groups and things like that and Sunday schools. And I now stock my products in a physical shop, and the owner of the physical shop, her mum is a retired vicar and she's having a stall at a Christian festival, and it is my long-term goal to do to move away from general art markets and go more into Christian conventions and festivals. So this is, and she's offer to take some of my products and put on her stall. So it's a really good sampler to see whether or not that would work for me. We are going to the festival as well, but just as festival goers. So I'll be able to see my products on the stall, but I won't have to man the stall, which is great. It's like best of both worlds. But I need to get up some sample packs. I need to get together some sample packs to show her what I'm thinking of taking if she agrees. So what I'm thinking of doing is bulking together some of my worksheets and putting them into like an activity pack. I want to order like little packs of crayons that I can put in there as well for kids. Lots of things like that. So I've got lots of ideas. So I need to start working on that today. Order the stuff that I need to order from online, and then hopefully then when we're back in the studio, we can start putting those packs together and I can take it down to the shop to show her, because we are kind of towards the end of May now. As I'm filming this, it'll be the start of June when we come back into the studio on the other side of the holiday. And the festival is August, so it's not that far away. So we've got that to do. I have printed off, I'm part of the Eharts community because obviously I took part in the Eharts Market, so Emily Harvey's Patreon, and she gave us this digital download planner sheet. So I'm going to fill that in to kind of get all of my ideas out, because again, if you know me, I need to write things down, otherwise it's all jumbled in my head. But I've also been playing around with some ideas for social media. I want to really get a lot more consistent on my social media. I really want to explain the stories behind my products, my process, allow people to get to know me more as an artist. This is especially off the back of Eharts. I've got more followers here on YouTube and on Instagram. And I just think it would be a great way of engaging with the creative community. So I want to try and film some reels and get some social media scheduled as well. So lots of odds and ends that we're just going to be dipping in and out of. I will insert footage in this vlog that I'm filming for reels, but the difficulty is I film all of my YouTube and everything on my phone. That's what I'm talking to you on now. And if you're not familiar with it, with YouTube you film in landscape, but for reels you film in portrait. So it doesn't always look that great when you then reuse the footage for vlogs. So if some of the footage is in portrait, it's because I filmed it for a reel. So I do apologise for that. But to give you an idea of what I've been up to, I will insert those images as well. So I don't know how this vlog's going to turn out. It's going to be a bit of a mishmash, but I hope you enjoy it. I think it's more of a realistic view of what it's like trying to manage your time when you don't have a lot of it. I'm going away for a week, which is May half term, because I work in a school. I have to take my holiday in the school holidays, but we are gearing up towards the summer, and then I will have the end of July and all of August at home. So there'll be a lot more art content coming, and I have so much to share with you. I've got so many vlogs that are part filmed at the moment. I've been filming my journey to stocking my products in a physical shop. That will be coming out in this month as well. My journey, obviously I'm going to be vlogging my trip to the Lake District. Myself and my mum are actually starting a 3D sculpture project, which is going to be part of an arts trail here in my hometown. More of that to come in another video. So there's lots of stuff that I've been filming that I can't share with you. Also, me and my husband are starting running our own art market, so I filmed the process of that. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button now, because there is so much exciting stuff coming on this channel that I can't wait to share with you. Anyway, I have been waffling for like almost 10 minutes, so apologies for that. Let's get going with this mismatch of a couple of days. I will check in with you periodically, but I think I'm going to jot down on this planner sheet what I want to achieve. And then I think I'm just going to get going on these hummingbirds, because I want to see if these are viable or if I'm just going to start again. Let's see what happens when we put over some new textures, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, and it's just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon, we lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass, we're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever, we'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be, we're gonna be two hearts running wild. Our hearts beat to the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings, as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, and it's just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon, we lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass, we're gonna do it all again. hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Okay, so the birds are finished. I did both of the hummingbirds to decide which one I preferred. As you can see, I got all the pencil down the side. So I did end up just using my section of my selection of coloured pencils. I didn't use any neo colours or pastels in the end. This is a mixture of coloured pencils. So I have some Derwent. I had a Derwent charcoal in there. I used another brown from the Derwent Colour Soft collection. I've got some Posca coloured pencils, some Prismacolors, and I even have so this one that I was using, this is a German one. I can never pronounce that one. Can you even see that type, which were actually super cheap. I think I got those in Aldi. So I have a mixture of kind of, because the Prismacolors weren't cheap, so more, and Derwent are kind of more high end as well, but then a mixture of cheap and expensive ones. So I'm not really snobby when it comes to pencil colours, coloured pencils. I think, yes, there are some that are more buttery and stuff, but actually you don't need expensive art supplies to make good artwork, I don't think. So the base for the one, the second one I used acrylics. Again, wasn't expensive. I used kind of like these studio acrylic paints for the base, and then for the watercolors, I used this selection of Art Studio, which I think I got from like the range. Again, not expensive. So these watercolor paints here, that one doesn't fit in the jar, unfortunately. Anyhow, so not expensive art supplies, and it was interesting to see how I got the different results. So the first one I did was this one, my watercolor, and then this one was the acrylic. It's a bit of a shimmery effect because this is a like pearlescent one, iridescent paint. So it gives a bit of a sheen. And interestingly, that was the paint that I used on the Kingfisher that I showed you before. So I thought, oh, I'll use the same, because then like they'll look. I have an image now of, I think now that this is my like second bird illustration, I think I'm going to carry on the theme. I have like a view in my head of doing all this series of birds, potentially to launch autumn winter time, because I'm thinking of doing like a robin along with the other birds, maybe like an eagle. Yeah, I've got lots of different ideas in my head, and I'm thinking they'll look all good kind of like as similar art prints and maybe stickers, but also in like a repeating pattern on like a notebook or some bookmarks, things like that. So that's what's going on in my head. So I thought, oh, if I use similar colours, they'll look quite good. So I use the same paints, but actually I prefer how the watercolour one turned out. I'm not 100% happy with the tail, but I prefer the watercolour, and I do still think they do like look quite good together. So I think what I might do is I might try taking a picture of it and putting it into Procreate and see if I can work with the tail a little bit just to tidy it up. So that filming that I just did as well, you could see that it was in portrait, so I'm going to turn that into a reel, so that's good. So I've got some social media content done. So I think whilst I got this, like whilst I'm working on the hummingbird, I think I'll take a picture of that, get it onto Procreate, see if I can tidy up the tail a little bit. And then I don't think I could maybe test print it on, see what it comes out like as a print. But I need to make sure that I order what I want to get ordered today for the packs for the worksheets, because I need to make sure I order that. So I don't want to run out of time in here and realize I haven't done my ordering. But whilst I'm thinking about it, I'm really excited about how this one in particular, this hummingbird, may turn out. So I think I'm gonna take a picture of it, put it into Procreate, and have a play with it. I also need to spray it because I did use charcoal. It's already smudging up my arm, so I need to fix this. So I think I'm gonna fix it, take a picture of it, put it into Procreate, see if I can have a play around, see if I can improve it anymore, and then we will do the ordering next, and then we'll see what we're feeling like then, what we do next. I'm really happy with how these turned out though. Okay, so that's ordered. So I've got some more personalised pens coming. So if you remember before, I had those Road Gold ones. I've got some down here. Let me get them to show you. So I had these previously made Faith Over Fear pens. These were rose gold and they got like a stylus on the end. But when I was chatting to the lady that's going to take my products to Big Church Festival, she said it'd be quite good to have some wooden ones. So I found some bamboo ones. And I thought Created to Create would be a good phrase on there. It's actually a product range that I have in mind for next year. So I can repurpose the pens if they don't all sell, or I can order more to go with this new product range that I have in my mind for next year. So I'm really happy with those. So I've ordered those. And also mini crayon packs, because I'm going to be doing some like worksheets in packs, so they can have like little crayons in there as well, to make it like a full package. So I think I've ordered those, and so they'll be coming in the coming weeks. So I think if we just park the activity packs for now, we'll do that when we come back into the studio after the holiday, once everything's here. So then we can hit the ground running with those. We can do our unboxing in the next day in the studio, do the unboxing of the products that's arrived, and hopefully the small business goodies that would have arrived by then. And we can do the activity packs, because I need to design a front cover, kind of a contents page, and also what worksheets I've already got that will work. So I'm thinking of doing a light party pack, which I'll need to do from scratch because I haven't done that at all yet, but using some of the other bits that I got together for like an advent pack as well. So that's going to be for next time. So I think now, in the time that I've got left here, I've got just under an hour left in the studio today. I'm going to film some content for social media, so I can get some posts and reels scheduled. If I film it now, when I'm on the sofa this evening, I can kind of schedule the posts and do all the hashtags and things. So that's what's going to be next. So next time I chat to you, it's really weird. Next time I chat to you, I will have been on holiday. I would have gone to the Lake District, and I'll be back in the studio fully refreshed, hopefully, although I'm going on holiday with my parents and a toddler and my husband. So, and it's like about 5-6 hour drive up to the Lake District. Yeah, somewhat refreshed, and we can hit the ground running with the worksheets. But I'm really happy with how the hummingbird also turned out. So that was really good doing it on the iPad, and I made it into a cutout as well, so we can use it in patterns and things. So yeah, really happy with how that turned out. I think I'm going to carry on with my bird themes over the coming months. Probably, like I said, release them in the autumn, although the Kingfisher is available as a print already on my Etsy shop. So right, let's film some social media content now for the rest of the kind of day that I've got in the studio. And yeah, I will chat to you on the flip side.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again.
Okay guys, so we're back in the studio. It is now the 14th of June, so a little while since I was in here last. I've been away to the Lake District, I've come back, but obviously for you it's just been less than a minute. So we need to get back on from where we left off. I've got to try and familiar myself where I was to. But before I start, I just want to say thank you to all of my sales from May. May, I had a great sales month. So I had 12 sales, which may not seem big numbers to some of you, but for me, that's amazing. And if you watched my shop vlog, was it my last vlog? I don't know. My journey of bringing my products into a physical shop. I said that sales were really slow and I wasn't making my money back. Last month in May, I made my money back from my shelf. It was my best month. I made £27.20 in the shop, which is amazing. And like I said, it's the 14th of June now. And so far, I have made £9.35. Amazing. So sales are picking up. I think it's obviously because like in May, we had May half term here in England. So the schools were on holiday. So we had more tourists coming in and things like that. So it is starting to pick up. So I said that I would keep you updated in these studio vlogs of how the shop is going. It's going really, really well. £27.20 in the shop last month. My overall sales made £40.83. Really great month of sales for me. So hopefully June will be just as good. At the moment, we are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sales so far this month, which is brilliant. And one of those sales was for Laura. So thank you, Laura. I did package up her package earlier this week, but I'm going to insert the footage here because she bought my lovely art print, my countryside art print. So I'm going to share that with you now of me packaging Laura's order because I promised that I would put it in the studio vlog. And then once I've shown you that one, I've got some packages down here that I want to unbox with you. But here's me packaging Laura's order. Okay, so we've got some nice packages to unbox. So first of all, this is what the order that I placed last time I was in the studio, so at the start of this studio vlog. So I got this box of coloured crayons. Probably not that exciting to unbox, but very exciting for me. So I'm going to carry on. So today I want to focus on doing the sample packs of the worksheets that I want to take to Big Church Festival. And in them, I wanted to have like little wax crayons so that kids can do their activities and things. So these are going to be in the worksheet packs. So I got a whole box of these. I think there's about like 60 packs in here. So I can put those in all of the little worksheet packs. And I also designed some new pens. Now, these aren't all the pens that I ordered because I have already put some down in the physical shop. Let me get them out of the bag so I can show you. So these are bamboo. So before I had like rose gold ones. These are bamboo, and engraved in them is, if you can see, created to create is engraved in them. It's a ballpoint pen. At the end you have like a stylus that you can use on your phone, and then it comes out like that. Really, really nice, really, really smooth. So I'm suggesting that these also be took to Pretty Church Festival, because the lady who's going to be taking my products, she makes like wooden nativity scenes and things like that. So wooden carving. So these kind of bamboo pens would look really good on there. I think they complement them well. So I'm going to need to photograph those today to email them to her, along with pictures of the sample packs that we're going to create, and see if she's happy with them, and discuss percentages and things like that, how it's going to work, because we are actually going to Big Church Festival, but we're going as just delegates, as attendees. It'll be so cool to see my products there. So that's that. Now, these are my other packages. So I hope I didn't just I know I just thought I had chose my address, but I did not, so it's all good. So we have my 2 Eharts orders, and then I placed another order with Emily Harvey herself that I want to show you. So first of all, this is from Ripley. I'm going to be putting all of their details down below, so you can go and check out these small businesses. Let me try and find their card. So it's CaseyRipley.com. And this packaging, this is her design. So she's a traditional artist, and both Ripley and Lucy, who I'm going to be sharing now, are traditional artists that turn their art into stationery products. So very similar to myself. And this is her washi tape as well. So I love how it was packaged in her own paper. So you've got the little business card, a little thank you card with like her image on it as well. And this was the exclusive gift for the Eharts Market. It is a handmade bookmark from her watercolor paintings. And I don't know if it's picking up, but this textured paper, very similar to the textured paper that I print my art prints on. It's a beautiful paper. And then on the back, it's got Ripley's stamp there. And I just think they did an amazing job on this. Beautiful, nice and sturdy bookmark. And then I purchased some sticker sheets from them. The first one is this spring bloom journal sheet. Again, got beautiful flower illustrations. And at the bottom, it's got those washi tape strips like I've had on my sticker sheets. I just think they're so good for journaling. You don't want to buy a whole washi tape roll. Having these sheets that just act as the same, in the same way. These are beautiful. And I got the Woodland Walk journal sheet. These are stunning. Really, really stunning, again with the washi strips at the bottom. Beautiful colours. They are so talented. And then this is the Rose Garden journal sheet. Lovely, lovely colours. And throughout the Eharts Market, they actually did sketchbook and chill sessions where you could watch them doing the watercolour paintings in their sketchbook, which I really, really enjoyed watching. And they are actually doing a series at the moment where they're creating their autumn range. So I'm really, really enjoying watching the original paintings that are going to be turned into their stationery products. So it's nice when you see like the story behind the art. I guess that's what I'm trying to do more on my social media and on these vlogs, because I think people are more likely to then buy like these kind of items once they've seen the story behind it, because they're kind of more invested, I think. So yeah, this is a really lovely set with the bookmark as well. And I'm going to keep the packaging as well because I want to reuse that as well. So really, really lovely items. That was my first Eharts purchase. And then my second one was Lucy Locks. This is Lucy's logo there. Lucy also has a YouTube channel. I'll put all their socials down below. This is the cute thank you card. I love this jellyfish, so cool. And then the spring freebie sticker sheet of these ones. Literally, Lucy is such an incredible artist. Like, those are stunning. I got the Forest Friends sticker pack. I don't know if you'll be able to see them in there. Look how cool they are. I just love the fact that they're black and white. I think the detail is just amazing. And then I got the mini mushroom sticker sheet. Look how cool those mushrooms are. And look how many mushrooms you get on one sticker sheet. Like, you really get your money's worth on that. And then I got a free gift. This mushroom tube pad, which is awesome. So thank you, Lucy. And then recently I put in an order with Emily Harvey. So Emily Harvey has been doing something called Pinchanted now. I think she started in January, so it's been all this year, where it's like a pin club and she releases pins each month. Now, although I do like enamel pins, I'm not necessarily an enamel pin collector. I am a sticker collector, as you know. But she's now released some of those designs that were on pins as stickers, and I thought, I need to get them. And then whilst I was on there purchasing the stickers, I noticed that she was still running she's trying to get rid of her characters. She's changed the direction in her art style. And she's been selling off her character prints for £1 each. And you don't know which print you're going to get. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to a little print as well. So there's Emily Harvey. And then, so this is the thank you card. There. And then I got these stickers. So this was like a freebie sticker. Look how holographic it is. It's so pretty. And again, you know I love a big chunky sticker. That's a really nice size. And then these are the stickers that match some of the pins that have been coming out. And I just love how shiny they are. This one's really pretty. You got that mirrored effect, which I think is really, really cool. But this is my favourite. And then the print that I got, which I think is really pretty, is this, and I got a ballerina. I don't know if it's picking up on here, probably not. Oh, you can see it a little bit there. It looks like a firework with her tutu, like the gold foiling on it. So cute. So thank you, Emily. That's all my lovely goodies unboxed. Now, that is enough of me waffling, because I only have this afternoon in here, and I ideally need to get it all like kind of sorted and my worksheets done so I can email them off, because like I said, it's the 14th of June. Big Church Festival is in August. If I need to kind of get things made up, manufactured, that kind of thing, and sorted with the lady who's taking my goods, I need to get on with it. So and also at the end of this video, because I'm launching my shop update, I'm going to be releasing the date at the end of this video, and also showing you the notepads that's going to be going live. One of the art prints, there are 2 more art prints to come, but one of the art prints is going to be going live, and hopefully these worksheets will also be available on my shop. I'm debating whether or not to just put them as digital downloads, or I might offer the physical packs as well. I'll see, but they will at least be available in digital downloads as well on my shop, so I'll share all of that at the end. Okay, so let's get cracking. Do you know what, I think I'm going to get my iPad out and start doodling, because I want to come up with some designs. So I'm going to start with the light party kit, because that's the kit I have to create from scratch. I'm hoping that I can get together like an advent one from sheets that's already on my Etsy shop. I've got an idea. Do you know what? It's because I've been watching so many art videos on YouTube at the moment with spray paint artists and graffiti artists. I really think that would be really cool to have like a kind of graffiti kind of edgy vibe to the light party. I've got a vision, so I'm going to jot down some ideas. And also, because I'm thinking of a theme of the light party, I'm thinking of going like Star Warsy and things. let me get my iPad out, let's start doodling, and then we can start getting these worksheets together. It feels a little bit overwhelming at the moment, but I'm sure it won't be once we get going. So let's get cracking. Okay, now that I've had some kind of doodling time on my iPad, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling a little bit like I know the direction that I want this light party kit to go in. It all started by, I got these gift tags on sale. I bought them a while ago because you can see they're Christmassy from the works, and they had like these different light bulb gift tags in. And this is what sparked my imagination for light party. So if you're not a Christian, light party is kind of like an alternative to Halloween. So we don't celebrate Halloween because Halloween's a lot about darkness and things. But kids want to, and young adults want to go and kind of go to these things. It's quite cool to have Halloween parties now. Even a lot of schools have Halloween parties. So as an alternative, a lot of churches throw light parties. So it's still giving children and young adults social activity, but a lot more positive. And in the Bible, Jesus talks about being the light of the world. So it's about giving the gospel and turning this kind of dark holiday into something light, more positive. So that's the story behind light parties. So when I saw these light bulbs, I thought, oh, they would really be really good. Imagine them as bunting. So I think that's what I'm going to turn them into. I have an idea of maybe, so I did those light bulbs on my iPad, like my own version. I think I'm going to put Bible quotes on them, and then people can cut them out and hang them up as bunting as part of the decorations, because I am going to give like an actual pack. I'm looking at my computer screen now. I'm over on my computer desk. So I am going to give kind of like a lesson plan, not really a lesson, but kind of like a little bit of a structure of what the party can be, because we also want it to give the gospel message as well. So there'll be like activities, a couple of games, a prayer, and obviously then afterwards you can just have music and just a social activity. But I want to have kind of like craft activities for like the younger audience, some decorations that you can hang up and things like that. So I'm really happy with like a little light party, like based on like the Star Wars text. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So I think what I'm going to do now is going to try and come up with a front cover for the pack. I've already got the basis. I ran a youth group about 10 years ago now. I used to run a youth group before I was married. And I have a light party like kind of plan that I did for that youth group. So I'm going to tweak that to then serve like for a wider audience. So I've already got the basis. So I just need to work on the front cover and then some printables. I have already got some colouring sheets that I've used previously as digital downloads on my shop that talks about light. So I think I can use that in this pack. I might need an extra one. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that today though. Let's do the front cover. I'll go through the kind of lesson plan I've got and what other elements I kind of need to bring in. We'll do the bunting as well. And then I'll probably check back in with you to see what else we need to do. I really, really want to get this pack done today, because I would love to send off the email today to Rebecca, who's the lady that runs the shop, the physical shop in Wales that I take my products to. I'd love to get that sent off to her today so her and her mum can have a look at it and see if this is the kind of thing they want to take, because I want to have enough time that I can tweak things that they're not happy with, and also enough time to make up the amount of packs that they want to take. Yeah, enough rambling. Let's get working. Front cover, bunting, check back in. Okay, so full disclosure, it's now Sunday the 15th of June, so the next day. I managed to finish my light party kit last night, but by the time I finished it, it was gone 5 o'clock. My little boy needed his tea, so I had to finish up. So I came back in here today into the studio to finish off the vlog, and I thought, do you know what? I think I can do one more illustration for this shop update. And this little buddy is a little card that I picked up from Hilltop itself, from Beatrix Potter's house in the Lake District. And you can cut it up and make it into like a little desk buddy, which I did. So illustration based on Beatrix Potter's illustrations. And this little mouse is called Beatrix. So we've got her doing a little bird painting, and considering I did a bird painting at the start of this video, I thought how cool would it be to do my own version. So that's what I did. I just sat here doodling whilst watching YouTube. So it's an illustration, and I used my pro markers to colour it in, so I think it gives a really nice soft look to it. So I'm going to be releasing this little artist mouse as a sticker in the shop update. And I haven't released a sticker in ages. And I just think it will make a really cute sticker. So this one's going to be coming as a sticker in the shop update. And before I close out this vlog, I just want to go through everything that will be coming to the shop on the 12th of July. Not everything's finished, but I will tell you what's going to be coming. So this will be a vinyl sticker. And then there will be 3 art prints coming to the shop. The first art print will be the one that we drew together today. I was going to save it for my bird series towards the end of the year. I think I mentioned that. But I'm just going to be dropping the birds as and when I do them. So the kingfish is already on the shop. So I'm going to be uploading this hummingbird to the shop. There will be more birds in the series. And then when the full bird shop update comes, those illustrations will be on other products. So like other stationery products like bookmarks, some notebooks I have planned. They'll be coming out as stickers and things like that. But the prints themselves, I'm just going to sprinkle in as and when I do them. So this one here will be coming as a print to the shop. Other prints will be, got them here down beside me, one that I've already packaged up. So this is, if you watched my last video, which was my Lake District video, I painted this one, and it is the back view of Hilltop Beatrix Potter's house. So this is a watercolor painting. So this will be, all of my prints will be available in A4, and this is the A5 version. So this one will be coming to the shop. And also an idea from my lovely friend Bev on Ms. Bev Creates. Please go and check out her YouTube channel. I always plug her on here. This was my travel sketchbook that I took with me to the Lake District. Again, if you want to see this, go and check out my Lake District video. But I did this one, again, of the back view of the fields and land behind Beatrix Potter's house. And she said this would make a good print. So I am going to transform this into a print, scan it in, get rid of the seam here, and this will be again an A4 and an A5 print in the shop. So that is the 3 prints. We've got the mouse sticker. Oh, also in here, every order in July will get this little bunny, obviously based on Peter Rabbit. So this is an illustration I did. He will be a free sticker with every physical order in July. And then we have 3 notebooks coming to the shop. This is the first one. It is an A6 notepad, 50 pages. So this is like a daily planner. So you have your to remember, goals, to do, and notes. You've got a grey card on the back. So these will be coming to the shop. So this is the first one. Then I have my lion and lamb illustration on just a notepad. So just lined notepad. And then the third design that will be coming to the shop is my hummingbird again with my little ducky. So it's just like a really good summer vibes notebook. So it's just a to-do list. You've got like a little check boxes here. So 3 different styles. So you've got a checkbooks to-do list, just a lined notepad, and then a daily planner. So actually they go really well together. So these will be coming to the shop. Then lastly, I did my, here it is in all its glory, my light pack. Let me pick up the pages. We've got it all together. Got some doodles on it because I just need to do a few tweaks to it. So this is the light party pack. I am only going to be uploading it as a PDF because I don't think anyone will buy the physical copy. If for any reason you are someone who doesn't have access to a printer and you would like the light party kit, drop me a message. I can always sort out printing it for you and sending it to you. But I am going to just upload it as a PDF version. So as you would have seen on the computer, this is like the front cover. When I take it to Big Church Festival, I am going to put this on card. So I've actually emailed this to them to see if they're happy with it now. So I will keep you updated of how that happens with Big Church Festival. So you've got the front cover, then inside you get, this is my little contents page, so you get a suggested session with instructions. It's aimed at like kind of ages 12 to 18, but you can tweak it for younger or for older. So it's got discussion topics, actual biblical teaching in there. It's got an icebreaker activity, which I think you saw me do. I drew all the little illustrations in here. It's got a Solomon Says Bible quiz, which you have to tell whether or not it's a quote from Proverbs from King Solomon or from Yoda from Star Wars. They've got some bunting with Bible verses on it and 3 colouring sheets. So this is the bunting. So you would have, in my video, you would have seen that I drew these light bulbs. So I've just put Bible quotes on there of like kind of Jesus being the light. So we've got those on there. And then we've got the icebreaker one. Again, I drew the stars and the little dice there. So everything is copyright. The image on the front cover of the sparkler, that's from Pexel. So again, copyright free. So we're all good in the hood with that kind of stuff. Let me try and find, so I've got my colouring sheets that are already available on my Etsy store. I've got 3 different versions of those. And then my Solomon Says with my little version of Baby Yoda there at the bottom. So we have completed. Again, the shop update will be going live on the 12th of July. If you want to find out more information, see the lead up to the launch, please go and follow me on Instagram. Also, before I close out the vlog, at the start, before I went to the Lake District, in my first part of this video, I filmed social media content and I used AI to kind of give me ideas and suggestions, and so that I could post more regularly. Since then, I have scheduled posts for all of June, and did I do May as well? Yeah, certainly for June. So it goes out kind of Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays, mixture of posts and reels, scheduled it all so it goes out on time. And I want to share with you the results. So before, my followers were 459. That was the last time I filmed. It's gone up to 469. So I've gained 10 followers. So 10 followers, better than nothing. But when I looked at my analytics, it really shocked me. So my profile activity has gone up by 20.3% since doing this new scheduling. My profile visits have gone up by 16.7%, but my external link taps, so going through to my Etsy, has gone up 100%. Amazing. So I don't necessarily think it's promoting AI, but I think it's just promoting that posting regularly really does help on your Instagram. Make the use of the scheduled posts. If you're someone busy like me, you're a mum, you work, you just have a life as well as your small business, it's really hard to keep on top of posting regularly. So schedule posts, like kind of take pictures of and videos of when you're doing stuff in your studio, then schedule it out, because we're not in here every day. I'm sure you're not in here every day. If you're like me, you're not in the studio every day, but you want to have content on social media. So do it in bulk, schedule it. Works really, really well. It's worked for my analytics. And if you are stuck for ideas, I don't think there's anything wrong with using that. I just used my Gemini on my text just to have some ideas. I don't promote AI, certainly not with stealing artists' work. However, sometimes we just need a little bit of help and inspiration, or ask followers what they'd like to see, ask friends and family for ideas. But yeah, posting regularly really does help. So I promised I would share the results, and I have. So thank you for joining me on this video. Sorry it's a bit haphazard, but life's busy and it is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed this 2-day, well, now gone into 3-day studio vlog. Look out for my shop update on the 12th of July. We'll be doing more prep for that in the July studio vlog probably, but also next month we have our craft fair that me and my husband are running. So very, very busy with that. There's going to be a full video of all the prep we've done for it, how to run a craft fair from our experience, and obviously the results when it does it. I'm also got a stall there, so I'm going to be stall running and running the event. And we've got stuff for kids and for animals. They say never work with children and animals. We're doing that. So that will be interesting. So stay tuned for that one. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it when that comes out, because I think that's going to be hilarious. So thank you for joining me, and have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. And I will see you in the next one. God bless. I love you. Bye.